Well guys, it's Superman's birthday and James Gunn has given us a present. James Gunn hopped on social media earlier today and gave us a production update along with a first look at the logo and part of the costume. Let's take a couple minutes to break down what James Gunn shared, what it reveals, a brand new title for the film, and celebrate Superman's birthday together. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring that bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, if you're a fan of this channel, you know we like to dive into some comic book history, and part of that is the classic DC calendar, which tells you when all your favorite heroes were born. Well, it turns out today is Superman's birthday, and interestingly enough, he officially celebrates his birthday on February the 29th. Now, as many of you know, Superman Legacy has been gearing up for production, and we've been awaiting an update from James Gunn, and not only did he give us a production update, a brand new title, that's right, it's not called Superman Legacy anymore, and a first look at the logo and the costume itself. So it is indeed a happy birthday. Let's dive into the update, and then we'll check out the costume. Now earlier today, James Gunn hopped on Threads and posted this message. Overjoyed to be announcing the start of principal photography of Superman today, February 29th, which just happens to be, coincidentally and unplanned, Superman's birthday. So a nice little update from Gunn, and it does appear that yes, they are finally shooting the movie and this train has left the station. Now the second big part of his announcement was the reveal of a new title. That's right, James Gunn has already retitled the film. Now right after he posted the logo, he continued to talk to fans on Threads, and he revealed, and I quote, "When I finished the first draft of the script, I called the film Superman Legacy. By the time I locked the final draft, it was clear the title was Superman. Making our way to you July 25th. Happy birthday, Clark. Up, up, and away." Now, this often happens with some projects where the title kind of evolves a little bit, but it is curious to me that it is now being called Superman, since fans have speculated so much about what legacy means and how that could relate to both his human and Kryptonian heritage. Makes me wonder if some of those elements have been shuffled around in the film. Now, the other big part of his post was the logo reveal, and it's not crystal clear, but it does have some interesting details and might reveal a little bit of what's going on. Let's check that out. So yeah, this is clearly that same logo James Gunn posted several months ago. It was a yellow and red version of the Kingdom Come logo, and this definitely matches that rather nicely. Now, I do notice a couple things about this. First and foremost, the yellow is a bit muted, and definitely not a really bright version of the color, but we're not sure of the scene, so the colors themselves could be muted by the shot. I also find it pretty interesting that this appears to be covered in ice and snow. Superman traditionally headed north to the Fortress of Solitude, and this definitely leads me to believe that this costume somehow will be tied to the fortress, or Superman will take us to the fortress where the costume itself is revealed. We know this is an origin story, so it could be some sort of flashback, but I definitely don't think the costume is covered with snow and ice for no reason at all. One other thing that I did peel from the picture, and this is something from modern movies that has worked, is the texture. If you zoom in a little bit, you can definitely see the textured costume in the blue, the yellow, and the red. One way modern superhero costumes have gotten around the sort of awkwardness of spandex is by adding this sort of texture, and it looks like they've definitely added a textured element to the costume, which should give us an idea of what they're doing for the rest of the costumes and how it'll manifest on screen. Now, obviously, now that they're in front of cameras, we have a lot of information coming our way. This is the time leaks start to happen, so be really careful out there. We're going to avoid giving up the plot revealing leaks on this channel, but we definitely want to cover bigger reveals, so we're going to try to balance that for you to keep you in the know, but not ruin the movie for you. The film itself drops July the 11th, 2025, so we still have a little less than a year and a half. They have a long road to haul, and we're going to follow the production pretty closely because it's probably one of the most exciting projects in a really long time.